Okay, y'all, I'm here for Love and Hip Hop Atlanta. This is season 7, episode 1. I was looking at the new opening credits or whatever, and I was just like, okay, Mona sitting up here trying to upgrade and shit. Let me find out, okay? But the episode opens up with some of the girls being at Spice's performance in the club, and if you guys remember, Spice made an appearance on last season or whatever, and she's a Jamaican artist, and whatever. And I think she was supposed to be like Carly Red's friend or something like that. So Rashida is there, Carly is there, Dime, Mimi, and Sierra. And they all kind of meet up in the club and everything, pretty much trying to catch up or whatever. Spice, she comes over after the performance, and she lets them know, hey girl, I'm about to move, to Atlanta and everything. And they're all excited or whatever. And Sierra, she's going along with the divorce proceedings, from Shooter or whatever. And, Rashida and Kirk, they're legally separated at the moment or whatever. They just trying to do what they have to do for their kids. And as far as like, business ventures that they got together, or, whatever. And they also talk about Mimi's new boo. Well, not so new, at least to us or some of us, seeing in the blogs or whatever. Mimi has been with this girl for like over a year now, maybe probably 2 years, damn near. Tamara, I think that's her name. I think her name is Tamara, but she's a basketball player or whatever. She's in the NBA, and I know, we all been saying, oh, Mimi sitting up here being gay for pay, being gay for pay. I do believe this relationship, because of, the time length that they have been together. I do believe that this relationship is real compared to some of the other relationships that she done had up here. You know what I mean? So, yeah, they get into that, and they also get into Dime and her trying to plan her wedding and everything. So then we get well, should I say, reintroduced to Erica Mena. And you guys remember she was on Love and Hip Hop New York or whatever. And she, swore up and down she was never going to come back to Love and Hip Hop or whatever, but here she is on Atlanta. And she recaps her time on New York or whatever, and she also talks about the situation with Bow Wow, whatever. And through all of this, she's getting off of this private plane or whatever. And I'm thinking to myself, okay, is you trying to be on some flexing shit like how your ex fiance Bow Wow was? I mean, I'm just saying, but yeah, so she's saying how she's ready to leave all the bullshit behind her or whatever. She's not trying to be on that drama field type of shit anymore, like how people have known her to be. She's in the hip hop. She's in the hip hop mecca of the world. And when she said that, I was kind of like, girl, you from New York, and New York is really the hip hop mecca. But I mean, granted, Atlanta definitely has came a long way, in hip hop or whatever, compared to like in the '90s and stuff like that. But yeah, when she had said that, I was like, girl, you from New York and you calling Atlanta the hip hop mecca, when we all know hip hop started in New York. But I mean, whatever. So Jazzy Faye greets Erica or whatever. And apparently she's still trying to do music and everything, and I'm just like, why? Like, I'm just saying, like, I mean, Erica is a beautiful girl and everything, but I ain't really looking forward to no music from her. Like, you know what I'm saying? But I mean, hey, whatever, floats her boat, whatever. He wants to know how serious she is about, doing the whole music thing again, because he knows that, she can be kind of drama filled or whatever. And she's like, listen, she's not with that drama bullshit or whatever. That's in the past. And she talks about her and the whole Rich Dollar situation and how she was young and dumb and kind of let, people take advantage of her. But, she know the game now. So, yeah, that's that with them. And then we have the good guys of Atlanta, or the self-proclaimed good guys of Atlanta, being Stevie, Jock, and Kirk at this point. And they also have Sean Garrett and BK Brazo, or BK Brazo. I think that's his name. That's what I put down on my notes. But yeah, they all are on like this yacht or whatever, this boat or whatever you want to call it. And they're catching up just like how the ladies were catching up. Stevie is saying how him and Jocelyn are, just co-parenting now, and they don't love each other like that no more, and blase. And I will say, even though I felt like the past couple of seasons, I kind of felt myself being over Jocelyn. I will say it does kind of feel weird with her not being up here. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, so like I said, they have Sean Garrett and the dude BK Brasco or whatever on the boat with them, and Stevie wants them to help him with the Estelita project. So he's still working with Estelita and everything. And Sean Garrett says that he's working with Tommy too, because they had somehow Tommy got mentioned in the conversation, and that's when Sean Garrett was like, oh, I mean, well, I'm working with Tommy and everything. And they was like, brace yourself or whatever. I mean, if you could keep her sober, keep the alcohol away from her as much as possible, you might create some shit or whatever. And I did hear a little snippet of some of the shit, or one of the songs that she had or whatever, or she was featured on with somebody in the Shade Room a couple of months ago. And I'm like, it was kind of, her verse or whatever. I was like, this is kind of cool. It's kind of, it's cool. It's a cute little bop or whatever. I could probably, dig it and everything. But, Jock, he's like, listen, Kirk, I don't even want to sit up here and bring this shit up, but I mean, what's going on with this baby situation? The whole shit with Jasmine and that whole shit. And I'm just like, y'all know how I feel about this shit. Y'all feel the same way with the whole Kirk and Rashida situation, and the lies and feeling, the fake storyline, the fuckery of it all, us feeling like they're selling out their marriage. We've been feeling like this for the last few seasons now. Child, I don't even know. I don't even know how to approach this shit, because I just feel like the shit is fake. You know what I'm saying? But I guess we're gonna play it as if it's real, because they on this TV perpetrating one thing, but we kind of know it's some other shit. But he's sitting up here saying that he got some good news and some bad news. I'm like, motherfucker, there ain't no good news. You know what I'm saying? Because pretty much he's the father of the baby, according to the show. Now, I did see Famulous, and this is not my first time seeing her say this. I saw her say this a few months ago, but she came back out again and said that Kirk is not really the baby. I mean, I'm getting my words crossed up. I'm sorry, y'all, because I'm getting excited. But Famulous, she came out a few months ago and said that Kirk was not the father of this baby. She came out again recently and said Kirk is not the father of this baby. But yet on the show, he's saying that he is. You know what I'm saying? And it's just like, I just can't. Like, I just cannot, y'all. Like, but like I said, okay, we're going to play it like, whatever. But, like I said, so he's telling the guys that he is the father, and he hasn't told Rashida yet. You know what I'm saying? And because he hasn't told her because he feels like that she's almost at a point of saying let's move back in or whatever, and if he tells her that he's the father, that it's going to take them back or whatever. And I'm just like, well, her actions seem to say otherwise, but it don't seem like she ready to, move. It don't seem like she ready for you to move back into me, but I don't know, whatever. But you know what I'm saying? So they like, listen, I feel like we shouldn't even have known this information before she knew this information, and they're right. The first person you should have told was Rashida, but you tell your boys about the shit, you know what I'm saying? Something drastic like this. Like, come the fuck on. They like, nah, you gotta tell her. Even Stevie is like, you gotta tell her what the fuck is going on here. I mean, regardless, we gonna have your back with your family and everything, but you gotta tell Rashida what's going on here or whatever, because she should have been the first person to know. So then we have Tommy. Tommy, Tommy, she claims that she has slowed down on her drinking or whatever, but I have recently been seeing her in the blogs for some shit or whatever. I'm not quite sure if drinking was involved in regards to some of her actions, but I have recently seen her in the blogs. But like I said, she claims that she slowed down on the drinking, and she's had a better relationship with her mom. Her mom was even living with her for a whole summer or whatever until her mom got her own place and they didn't kill each other. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, okay, progress. And Tommy, I don't know where she was getting ready to go or whatever. Maybe I missed it. Maybe I wasn't paying attention. But she's in the mirror or whatever. Her youngest daughter comes in and she kind of needs help with, her report and everything. And as she's saying that to, Tommy is like, oh, can you help me with my dress or whatever? Can you help me zipping it up and everything? And, in the process, the daughter is like, I don't really know what to talk about with this report. I'm assuming maybe this is like a summer report or whatever. Like I said, I might have missed some shit or whatever. Maybe it's like a summer report. But she was saying, maybe I need to talk about the pig that we got or whatever, but I really don't know what to say. And Tommy, she's like, what you mean you don't know what to say or whatever? Like, how we had to sneak him through, luggage or whatever at the airport coming back from Miami and everything, and all this other stuff that she had to say or whatever. And she was saying how her daughter begged her for the pig and blase blase, and she thought it would be cool to be the only bitch on the block with the pig and everything. And I was just kind of like, now I know people do have pigs as pets or whatever, but I ain't gonna lie. When they showed the pig, I was like, oh, he's so cute. Because, the pig, small, baby or whatever. But, my thing is, well, what's gonna happen when the pig gets to be, big? And y'all don't live, it don't seem like y'all live in, like, the, like, country part of, Atlanta or whatever. You know what I'm saying? But, I mean, hey. So, her mom comes, to her house and everything. And, Tommy is telling us how her family relies on her or whatever, pretty much. And, her mom comes in saying, her car is broken down. Tommy brought the car for her mom or whatever, and already the shit is broken down. She done ran the shit to the ground. So that's something else that she got to worry about. And pretty much Tommy has always kind of like had a passion for music or whatever, but she hasn't been able to, do her thing in the studio like she wants to do. And she tells them also, before I get into it, also she did say too that a lot of her family that don't even really stay with her for real be coming to her house, like her sister, her brother, her other brother, and all these motherfuckers be coming to her house because they know her heart and knowing that she's going to take care of them and everything. And she's feeling kind of overwhelmed with that, and feeling overwhelmed with the pressure and everything. So, she lets them know, like, listen, I need everybody to get the shit together, get their shit together or whatever. So pretty much she could be in the studio and do what she got to do and everything. And her mom is like, I mean, yeah, you could do that or whatever, but let's talk about you reuniting with your sister Versace. And I was like, Versace? Y'all listen, when Migos and Drake came out with their remix of Versace that year, man, that's all motherfuckers was playing that summer. Okay? That was like one of the top 5 songs that we was playing like every day. You know what I mean? But I was like, is that her real name, Versace? But anyway, so yeah, Tommy, she lets us know that her and her sister was always close growing up, and her sister is like, I think 21 or something like that. I'm like, shit, I'm about to be 23 next week, and she look older than me. You know what I'm saying? I mean, her sister is pretty, but I'm just saying, y'all know I got a baby face or whatever, so when she said that, I was just kind of like, damn. But anyways, yeah, so Tommy says that her and the sister was close growing up, and they got into like a small misunderstanding from her account over like some stupid shit. And Tommy says that she tried to show up at her sister's job or whatever to clear the air, but it got worse, and punches was thrown, and Tommy ended up being the one arrested on assault and battery charges. And she's saying that the charges are just now dropped, and it's been like a year now. And she says that even though it's been a year, she don't forget shit. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, hey, So then we have Estelita, and she's at this parade in New York or whatever. And she says that a year has gone by and Stevie hasn't helped her, do anything for real. And Stevie, he shows up because he heard about, her doing this performance or whatever at the parade, and he didn't know nothing about it, considering that he's supposed to be her manager or whatever. And on Stevie's end, he's claiming that he hasn't seen much progress with Estelita or whatever. And so, her performance was a mess. The sound was all messed up. It was a mess. And, after she's done with the performance, she greets him or whatever. They go somewhere, to talk and everything. And he claims that he hasn't seen much progress with her or whatever. And Estelita is like, listen, I want you to take more control of, my career and what I'm supposed to be doing or whatever. And I feel like I'm doing shit on my own and everything. He feels as though she's not ready and she's just too anxious to, make moves or whatever. And, he's like, listen, you got to be on this whole, you got to be on this money train or whatever. You know what I'm saying? You got to do what you got to do, whatever. So then we have Erica meeting up with Stevie J. And, even though she's trying to work with Jazzy Faye, she knows that Stevie has been trying to work with her as well. And she's trying to, weigh her options and everything. And, she lets us know that Stevie has been trying to work with her for years. But she never took the bait because of his history with artists. But she's been down this road before or whatever, so she ain't trying to go, she been down that road with Rich Dollaz, so she not trying to go down that road again or whatever. So she explains why she's back in Atlanta, whatever. And we find out that supposedly Estelita is friends with Erica. They met a couple of years ago in LA. She had Estelita, be one of the models for like her fashion line or whatever. And they were really close, but then they fell out, last year or whatever, because Estelita had, the issues with Carly Red or whatever, and she asked Erica what she should do about the situation. Erica told her her opinion or whatever, and then next thing you know, Erica saw her all over Carly or whatever on Snapchat and everything, and she felt like that's fake as fuck. You know what I mean? And I'm just like, why does this seem like some bullshit that's like concocted up by Mona? Like, I really feel like this is just some shit that Mona just, like, really, you know what I'm saying? Obviously, they do kind of, her and Erica know each other, you know what I'm saying? I'm not denying that. But the reason why they fell out, like, what? Like, it just seemed like some bullshit to me. I don't know. But, Stevie, he sits up here on his sleazo shit talking about some, he started working with Estelita to get close to Erica, because Erica is who he pretty much wants to be the face of the Danger Zone. Let's, get to the point. You know what I'm saying? And so Erica is like, listen, is she on your roster because you're working with her, or is she on your roster because you're fucking her? You know what I'm saying? Stevie implies that some shit happened between them two or whatever. He tells about the bad performance that she did in New York or whatever. And Erica is like, listen, I've been down this road before. I done fucked around with my manager in the past, and maybe, some shit is not going the right way because you're not backing her like you should be or whatever. And, Erica just wants to make sure Estelita is good and everything, despite the fact that they have fallen out. And Stevie is like, listen, if Erica really wanted to, make sure Estelita was good or whatever, she wouldn't even be taking this meeting right now. You know what I'm saying? Like, at the end of the day, Erica is looking out for self and yada, yada, yada. But, looking at the previews of the whole season or whatever, it seemed like maybe Erica kind of do care. You know what I'm saying? I could be wrong. But it seems like maybe Erica really does care or whatever, and doesn't want to see Estelita go down the same path that she did. I don't know. It's the first episode, so I don't know. But Stevie says that Erica could be the new face of Danger Zone, and saying all this stuff to her sound, y'all know how Stevie talk, trying to run game or whatever. And Erica is like, listen, you can't rich dollars me. I done been there and done that. I'm not young and naive no more. I done grew up a little bit. You know what I'm saying? He wants Erica to come to the studio pretty much and give Estelita some pointers and everything. You know what I'm saying? And Erica makes it clear that she doesn't want Estelita to feel like she's being ambushed or whatever. So, then we have Spice, Estelita, and Mimi. And they're doing like this twerking class or whatever that's hosted by Spice. And, Spice is asking her, she's asking Estelita, girl, what's your best move on the stage or whatever? So Estelita, she shows her best move, and her best move is her rubbing her tits and everything. You know what I'm saying? And Spice is like, girl, it's got to be more than that, pretty much, or whatever. And, she's telling them about her last performance and how, Stevie hasn't been really stepping up as far as helping her and everything. Next thing you know, Carly, she shows up, Carly Red. And, Estelita, she claims that her and Carly are just cordial, but she ain't trying to hang with her or whatever. Kind of different from what, Erica was saying, Spice and Mimi, they feel the tension with Estelita and Carly, and they like, hold up, what's going on here? I thought y'all beef was squash. Like, what's going on? So, apparently, I guess they had another situation since the reunion, where they supposedly had squashed the shit. And, they still on the whole interesting bullshit. And I'm just like, oh my God, please don't tell me we still on this bullshit. Because really, at the end of the day, when you think about it, the shit is just so trivial. I'm like, oh, please don't tell me we still on this bullshit. So, Carly, she still thinks that Estelita is fucking Stevie J or whatever. She says something don't seem right about the situation. And, from the overview of this season, Carly seems to be right. Because it seemed like maybe Estelita did, do something with Stevie J. But we'll get there when we get there. Um, Carly is saying how Estelita was talking shit about her to Stevie J and everything, and I'm just like, well, shit, like, who let you know, Stevie J? I'm like, well, damn, that's kind of fucked up because Estelita's supposed to be his artist or whatever. But Estelita is like, girl, listen, we both been talking shit or whatever. It is what it is. And they was kind of going back and forth a little bit. And then next thing you know, Estelita is like, girl, it's not an issue or whatever. We cool. And, they hash it out or whatever. And I'm just like, I mean, okay, like, I was confused. Like, how we go from that to that? But whatever. So then we have Kirk and Rashida. They meeting up at the house that Kirk is currently staying at. And he wants them to be one in their own place. He pretty much feels like, this house has enough rooms, to where you don't have to be in a different house for me or whatever. You know what I'm saying? And Rashida is like, listen, we gotta do what's best for our kids or whatever. And, while we figure out the fate of this marriage. And that's not being in the same house with one another. You know what I'm saying? And she's like, you don't deserve to be in the same bed with me right now. You know what I mean? And she's like, is that all you want to talk to me about? And he's like, no, it's a lot that I want to talk to you about. He lets her know that, yeah, I am the father of the baby. Rashida is silent, and because she don't really know what to say, and pretty much is like, how you gonna talk to your kids about this shit, and blase, and the ball is in his court. So then we have Stevie and Estelita in the studio or whatever, and he claims how he got some new songs for her and everything, and next thing you know, Erica, she walks in, and Estelita, she's surprised. And Estelita is like, saying to Stevie, what are you trying to do here or whatever? And Erica is like, tell her why I'm here, because it's obvious that you ambushed her and didn't tell her that I was coming beforehand like I wanted you to do. So, Stevie is like, well, like, he getting tongue-tied a little bit as he's saying the shit. He like, well, I mean, you could be the new star of the Danger Zone or whatever. Erica thought that she was there to listen to what they had or whatever, and Estelita tells her they ain't been working on shit for real. And Erica, she's like, she straight up asked them, did they fuck? Did they fuck? And Estelita, she's denying it. Stevie is like, I mean, when we first met, it was like a little or whatever and everything. And Estelita, she's like, I don't recall or whatever, so what the fuck are you talking about? Erica thinks that they did because the way that they're both acting or whatever. Estelita, she feels that it's foul for Stevie to try to pin her and Erica against one another or whatever. And she feels as though Erica came to try to shit on her and everything. Erica is like, listen, I came here to check up on you, and don't think that I don't have love for you, because I do, or whatever. And Estelita feels as though Erica should stay out of it or whatever. And her and Stevie, they start getting into it, and then she leaves. So then we have Tommy versus Versace. Tommy and her mom, they meet up or whatever. They waiting on Versace or whatever. Versace, she comes through, and Versace is very pretty, just like Tommy. And you know, the mom, she's trying to be the mediator or whatever. Versace, she feels like, listen, you pretty much raised me. It's been like over a year or whatever. Like, fuck it. You know, it is what it is. Tommy is like, listen, girl, I went to court over months over this BS with you and everything. And Versace, she's like, but I didn't call the people on you. You know, that wasn't me. You know, when they called me, and I told them that I didn't have nothing to do with that or whatever. And Tommy is like, listen, I got the court situation because of you or whatever, this, that, and the third, and blase, and they kind of start going back and forth. Versace, she gets up to leave because she ain't got time for the bullshit. Tommy throws some shit at her, but she doesn't quite have the good aim like Bianca has. You know what I'm saying? So she slightly missed Versace or whatever. So, Tommy tries to chase after her outside or whatever and everything. And, of course, security is holding her back. And Versace is like, I mean, she just mad because she got her ass beat once before or whatever. And I was just like, but shit. Has Tommy met her match or something? You know what I'm saying? Her versus her younger sister or whatever. I mean, even though, from our understanding, Tommy the one who caught charges or whatever. But, you know, I mean, hey. But anyways, the last scene that we get is Jasmine pretty much showing up to Rashida's shop or whatever. Showing up to her clothing store and everything. And, you know, talking about how, thanks to Kirk, you know, I'm looked at as a home wrecker and, you know, an opportunist. But, you know, I don't care what people think. Let them hate. And I'm like, who the fuck is going to hate on that? Who the fuck is going to hate on that? But, okay, whatever. So, you know, she's just more concerned about her son having a bond with his family or whatever, this, that, and the third. So Mama Charlene, you know, she cut her ass and is like, bitch, I know you ain't have the motherfucking audacity to walk up in this motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? So, Jasmine pretty much wants to know if Rashida is available. And that is the episode, you guys. I'm sorry this review is so long. We're going on 32 minutes now. Hopefully the rest of the reviews don't be this long, but make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe. Make sure you guys share. And my birthday in 7 more days, y'all, a week from now. But anyways, I'll see you guys tomorrow for Black Ink. All right, y'all, I'll see y'all. Peace.